El camino. ¿Cómo que el camino? Habla con el personal del banco. Vale. Tú eres el personal.
Welcome, friend of child. And congratulations on the first day of your illustrious career with the Fatui.
¿Qué? ¿Soy un miembro ahora?
Hay destinos peores que la muerte.
No tengo la intención de unirme a los Fatui. No, gracias.
You sound remarkably sure of yourself. Remember, we are mere mortals. Our ideas are fluid like water. Only the Tsaritsa truly has a will as solid as the permafrost. But back to the matter at hand. Child tells me that he has upheld his end of your agreement.
What agreement?
¿Qué promesa?
Oh, the thing about him helping us find a guy?
Ayuda.
Correct. Child promised he would find someone to break the stalemate. And the Harbingers do not break their promises lightly.
Una cosa buena, al menos.
Where is that guy anyway?
¿Dónde está?
Child is currently at Liyue Pavilion.
¿Pabellón qué?
Oh, Paimon knows this one.
A ver.
There are two styles of cooking in Liyue, known as Li style and Yue style. They have been competing for centuries, but neither has emerged as the clear winner.
Vale, entiendo. Liyue.
The flagship restaurant of the Li style is the Liyue Pavilion. The owner especially chose to open the restaurant at Feiyuan Slope so they could compete face to face with the Shinyue Kiosk, which is the flagship restaurant of the Yue style.
Cuando de comida y bebida se trata.
Don't talk to Paimon like that. Anyway, Paimon's hungry. Let's get moving.
Ok, pabellón no sé qué, allá vamos. Adiós, amo perfeccionado. Ahí estabas. Hoy te escondes bien, te escondes bastante bien.
Aha, you made it.
Sí, aquí estamos.
As promised, I found someone who can help you. Someone who can solve the mystery of why the Liyue Qixing would hide the Geo-Archon's vessel.
So, where is he? In Liyue Pavilion?
He certainly is. Come, I'll introduce you. I took the liberty of setting up a business dinner, as per the Liyue custom.
Vale. Animación. Animación. A ver.
Welcome back, sir. You honor us with your patronage. Mr. ZHONGLI is awaiting your arrival in the room you booked.
Oh.
Hi.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Allow me to introduce Mr. ZHONGLI, consultant to an organization known as Wangsheng, and a trusted associate of the Fatui.
El camino. ¿Qué es esto del camino?
Indeed, Wangsheng's line of work can be sensitive at times. Let's just say they understand when discretion is needed. And we, the Fatui, have always been glad to do business with friends who walk in the shadows.
Walk in the shadows?
It is an honor to meet you. I have heard tell of you from Mondstadt.
Discretion? Shadows? Is Wangshan some kind of business involving dealing with people?
Ay, Dios, nos engañaron acá.
Indeed. It is as you have guessed.
Oh, Dios, estamos muertos. Estamos muertos, gente. Adiós, nos vamos.
The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor organizes burials. We ensure that those who pass on do so in peace.
Vale. Vale. No era ese.
Did you think he was some sort of hired killer?
Sí.
The Fatui calls many such people friends, but the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor does not dabble in such business. Well, ostensibly. Well, they are still... I shouldn't say too much. In any case, I brought you to meet Mr. ZHONGLI because...
Because I can bring you to see Rex Lapis's vessel.
¿Cómo?
What?
¿En serio?
Don't be so surprised. Sure, the Geo-Archon's body has been squirreled away by order of the Tianquan Ningguang. But first, let's hear what Mr. ZHONGLI has to say, shall we?
Rex Lapis may be the prime of Adepti, but he is ultimately an Adeptus. Many Adepti have left us over the millennia. This is the inexorable trend. The times have changed. You must have felt it too when you were at Jueun Karst.
Sí, ciertamente los adeptos están dejando Liyue.
As you have seen, the time of the Adepti is ending, and the time of mankind is slowly dawning.
Sí.
In years past, Liyue's tradition was that a huge memorial service be held to mark the passing of every Adeptus. But this time, the Qixing have made no attempt whatsoever to respect this tradition. It is sacrilege.
Especialmente cuando se trata de un deicidio.
The killer hasn't even been caught yet.
Deicide or not, the concern of the Wangsheng funeral parlor is this. When the ritual to receive this god is so kingly, it is all the more egregious for his final send-off to go unattended to.
¿Tiene lógica?
Traveler, Child has told me a lot about you. Since you have had dealings with the Animo Archon, could I ask you to help me prepare the Geo Archon's last rites?
Venga, sí, acepto.
A wise decision.
Okay.
The Qianquan Ningguang has forbidden anyone from accessing Rex Lapis's vessel, which of course you would need to access if you were to achieve your goal of meeting all of the 7.
Precisely. Only by participating in the rite of parting will you be able to see the form of Rex Lapis again.
Rito del ascenso. Ah, claro, el que vimos en la anterior misión era rito del descenso y este rito del ascenso. Interesante, ¿eh?
If we are agreed, come with me. We will speak of the details as we walk.
Entonces vamos a hacer una especie de ritual acá.
All right, my bridge building work here is done. Turned out well, didn't it?
Sí.
You can go if you want to. Don't worry about me. I might just have a few more drinks. And get acquainted with these things they call chopsticks in the meantime.
Ay, los palillos chinos.
My, chopsticks truly are difficult to use.
Sí, al inicio yo sí sé. Ay, ¿por dónde se? Ah, por acá. Yo sí sé comer con palillos chinos, aprendí. Fue difícil al inicio, pero sí, es difícil.
Eso es verdad.
Eso es verdad.
Eso es verdad.
After having experienced the land of the absentee Archon, traveler, how does it feel to know that our Archon and Adepti are here all around you in Liyue?
Creo que me gusta más Liyue, sí.
Indeed. The weight of 3,700 years worth of history runs deepest in the true divinity of Liyue.
3,700.
Organizing the rite of parting should prove to be an enlightening part of your travels. Liyue is the most prosperous of the 7 nations, defended by deities and ruled by the Qixing. As such, the diplomatic maneuverings of the Fatui have gained no purchase here. Ningguang of the Qixing has always been on her guard against the Fatui. That is in all likelihood why Child wants to make use of the Wangsheng funeral parlor's connections.
Huh. What would Child get out of us doing the rite of parting anyway?
I neither know nor do I wish to know. As far as I am concerned, the Fatui are merely financial sponsors. I only wish for Liyue's traditions to endure.
Vale, este viaje promete.
These are the advance funds that Child has provided. If you use them up, you can go to him to apply for any subsequent funding.
Wow.
Well then, let us be off. The first step in our preparations shall be to obtain some prize Noctilucous jade worthy of a deity.
Jade Noctilucoso. ¿Y dónde? ¿Allá? Hola, venimos por Jade Noctilucoso. ¿Tiene por acá? ¿Sí? ¿No? ¿No? ¿Sí?
Welcome to the Jade Mystery, my good friends. Would you like to try your luck betting on Jade? This could be your lucky day. It's cheap and it's fun, and who knows, you just might strike it rich.
Betting? No, we're here for... what was it again?
Comprar Jade
Noctilucous jade. Of radiant grade at the very least.
De eso.
Radiant grade Noctilucous jade? I see. You're not a tourist. My apologies. I have some here for your perusal. What do you think? The Jade Mystery is an old name in the jade business. Just look at that wonderful quality. Rex Lapis doesn't often bless us with such finery. Go on, pick whichever one you like.
These 3 pieces really do look pretty. Not like the ones you usually dig up. But how do we pick? Should we just grab one and go?
¿Qué piensa el señor de ZHONGLI?
Oh? You want me to decide?
Sí.
That is fine as well. If it were me, the answer would be simple.
¿Cuál?
And that would be...
I'll take them all, boss.
¿Cómo? ¿Cómo?
Oh, you act with such panache, good sir. I always knew you were not a man of ordinary caliber.
Oh, wait, boss. That one didn't count. We need to discuss it again.
O sea, piensa que somos ricos, es de ZHONGLI.
Cada día más basado.
Hey, if we only need one for the ritual, aren't we wasting 3 times the more if we buy them all?
El doble.
Oh, Mora. It is as you say. I suppose I overlooked this particular aspect of the transaction.
Se nota.
How do you not think about Mora when buying things?
If one must always consider Mora before acting, then in all things one is bound by Mora.
What?
¿Tiene lógica?
All Mora is currency, but not all currency is Mora.
Tiene lógica.
What?
Tiene lógica. Solo eso voy a decir, tiene lógica.
So loaded that he doesn't even bother hunting for a bargain.
No need to waver. Even when I am constrained by Mora, I have ways of working around my limitations. Evaluating the quality of Noctilucous jade is indeed very tricky. As crude ore, there is little difference in texture, lustrousness, and internal pattern between good and bad jade. Only after the item made using Noctilucous jade has taken shape will you be able to see whether it is up to par or not. If you return to those crafty merchants to quibble, they will counter by saying that your crafting bench is to blame, or that your heat control was poor.
Whoa! To think it's that easy to get cheated.
Nos querían
But
estafar,
there is a way to truly evaluate this jade, and a true insider would know it.
¿Cuál es?
A fool sees the pointer and misses the moon.
What does that mean?
If you point at the moon with your finger, a wise man knows that you are pointing at the moon, while a fool will only see the finger.
Tiene lógica también, solo eso voy a decir.
The patterns, the facade, these are all the finger. Noctilucous jade is a mystical stone used to light up the darkness, and so its brightness is the important thing. It is the moon.
Vale.
Noctilucous jade of excellent quality would have superior pyro affinity. In other words, the bluer and brighter the luster of the ore under high temperature, the higher its quality.
Ah, ya veo. Wow, es usted todo un experto.
I have imparted the priceless secrets of the jade trade to you. Now, all that's left is to put it into practice.
Priceless, huh? Paimon's just said that we might never be able to use it again.
Bueno, uno nunca sabe, la verdad.
We're back to buy some rocks, boss. But can you let us burn them first?
Queremos quemarlas, es cierto, sí.
Burn them? You can't do that, my friends. If you were to do so, what would I have to sell?
Uy, no pensamos en eso. Muestras pequeñas han de funcionar.
That would... well... fine. As you wish, then. How about this? I can take a small sample of all 3. I'll take a bit of a loss. We'll count it as a friendly gesture.
Don't worry. I know the rules. As long as we can prove that it is good jade, you will not take a loss.
All right. Take these as samples. I've carved them off with a knife and tagged them to boot.
Esas muestras que...
Aren't these too thin? Even paper's thicker. No, even a bug's wings are thicker. These are almost see-through.
¡Wow! ¡Qué artesano tan hábil! Son perfectas, son perfectas. ¿Es el puto amo o no?
Oh, you flatter me, but I have to be gentle with these rocks. They are my pride and joy. If I'd taken off even a bit more, it would have killed me.
But wouldn't something this thin go poof if we held it to the fire?
No va a pasar
It
nada.
can't be helped. Trying to deprive a merchant of his profits would be like forcing a ravenous wolf to vomit up the food in its stomach. Nonetheless, under the right conditions, these thin slices will serve.
No sé qué tan delgados son porque claramente no los puedo ver, pero han de ser suficiente, ¿ok?
What sort of conditions?
While we add the high temperatures using pyro, we can use hydro to reinforce it from within. This way, the samples will not disintegrate immediately.
Ah.
Oh, sir, to think you were this learned. Thank you for your understanding.
Strictly speaking, asking for samples when we have not yet agreed to purchase the goods is unfair. Trade in Liyue must be based upon fairness.
Well, guess we just need to find a place to try this out.
Valle de Adaupa, que es allá lejísimos en Mondstadt. Cocina de Xianling, que está por acá, o sea, aquí cerquita. No creo que Xianling, o bueno, el restaurante nos preste su cocina para eso. Vamos al valle.
Oh, Paimon remembers? We once saw this big pot down at the Dadaupa Gorge in the camp of the hilly churls from the Meaty tribe. It's real sturdy and should be able to take the elemental reactions. Now, let's pack those samples up and make a move.
Vale, hagamos un viaje larguísimo entonces a Mondstadt.
It has been a long time since I last set foot in the Nation of Wind. A friend of mine from Mondstadt would always bring a few bottles of locally brewed dandelion wine whenever he came to visit me in Liyue. It must be said that the famed liquor of the land of pastorals is far better than Sumeru's frigid snake wine.
Hoy veo que está repleto. Derrota a los
Looks like the hilly trolls are still using it. It's a bit impolite, but we gotta cut the line.
Ok, pues, a derrotarlos porque si no, no nos van a dejar usar nada. Vale, listo. Acércate a la olla.
There's still soup in here. These hilly churls sure have big appetites.
Bueno, ahora es nuestro laboratorio de Jade Noctilucoso, ¿era? Ya no sé.
This soup looks like it could be used as our hydro elemental protection. Let's fire it up and begin our experiment.
¿Y cómo? ¿Solo tiramos el Jade así? ¿Cómo?
We're ready to go. Paimon will help remember which one of the three is which.
¿Pero cómo lo hacemos? ¿Solo tiramos el jade a la olla como si tiráramos monedas a una fuente?
Use pyro to keep making the pot hotter until we get the results we need.
Uy, ok.
Mr. ZHONGLI said that the shinier and bluer the ore gets, the better it is. So, pay close attention.
Lo haré. Solo espero no llamar la atención de los Genshin. Usa Pido... ¿Así? Ah, vale. Vamos a hacer con yo y Mía mejor porque es más rápido. ¿Derrota? ¿Qué? ¡Ay, no!
Hilly trolls are surrounding us again. Were they attracted by the light? Such nosy neighbors. Let's take care of them and continue again after.
Ay, qué desastrosos, Qué desastrosos son estos Illusions, ¿ah? Bueno, sigamos calentando la olla hasta que se queme todo, literalmente. ¡Otra vez! No. Hilly lo lamento por arruinar sus comidas, pero estamos por algo importante acá.
¿En serio? ¿Me lo juras? Me vale 3 hectáreas de verga.
Ya, espero que eso hayan sido los últimos, de verdad. Espero que eso hayan sido los últimos. Sí, el tercero. Vale, recordemos bien, el tercero es el de mejor calidad. Tercero. 1, 2, 3. Tercero. Ahora mi duda es, aquí ¿cuál es el tercero? ¿El rojo?
You're back, my friends. I've kept the goods for you. Which of them would you like?
El tercero.
Exactly. That's the one Paimon remembers too.
Sí.
No problem. If you have your eye on this one, you can have it.
Then we'll take a box of the third type of jade.
Done. All the same, and pardon me for asking, but I'm curious. Whatever do you need this much top-quality Noctilucus jade for?
Un ritual.
I suppose it would not hurt to tell you. We need them to make implements for the rite of parting.
Bueno, rito.
Parting? Oh, dear. I'd heard the rumors, but had given much thought to them. This means that Rex Lapis really is...
Sí.
Oh, it's hard to believe. Even though the Jade Mystery has been in decline, we have always been under his protection. It is said that when our Lord lost his way while going incognito in the city 200 years ago, it was a spoon from the Jade Mystery that he had used to sample the local delights.
Oh?
Alas, all things must pass. Well, if this is to be used to say farewell to Rex Lapis, then I shall sell this to you at half the price.
¿Mitad de precio?
Are you sure? You didn't want to even give us an inch before.
If not for our Lord's protection, this city wouldn't exist as it does now. No proprietor could earn money off such a thing.
I'm sure Rex Lapis will feel your sentiment, boss.
In the safe hands of the Liyue and good honest merchants such as yourself, I for one believe that Liyue will continue to prosper as it always has done.
Así que no nos desanimemos todavía.
All right. Thank you, my friends. What's with me getting all sentimental like this? I'll practically be giving away all my fortune at this rate.
Now that we've made our choice, let's take this Noctilucus jade back.
Hey, wait a minute. He said it was half price, not that we could leave without paying.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I must have forgotten to do that too. Let me see. As I thought, I didn't bring any.
¿Cómo?
Any what?
¿Ni un Mora?
Mora. My apologies. Another oversight on my part.
Oh, that won't do. This isn't some small sum. Oh, wait. Didn't Child give us some advanced funds earlier?
Sí, nos dio.
That's a relief. Have a look, boss. Is it enough?
It's fine. Just enough for half price. Though, to be honest, it'd be all right even if the sum wasn't quite enough.
Well,
¿Cómo?
It's settled then. Let's take this jade to Yujing Terrace. That's where we plan to hold the rite.
Look at you bossing everyone around. You didn't cough up a single mora.
No olvides traer dinero la próxima vez.
I will do my best. You have my thanks.
Deposita el jade. Entonces vamos a hacer el... Desde acá, mejor, más fácil. Vamos a hacer el rito del ascenso, donde es el rito del descenso. Deposita el jade. Listo. Ahora...
We can leave the jade here. I have already called for a jewelsmith to shape them into the implements that we will need. Ah, yes. I have yet to go and see Child. So, as for the jewelsmith's remuneration...
que usemos para que no se lo reembolse.
Guess we can't do anything else. Also, is this where we're doing the rite of parting?
Yes. I have already rented this location, and have begun making preparations for the rite.
El rito del descenso también tuvo lugar aquí.
That's right. The Liyue have acquiesced to using the same location.
But when something this big happened here, should suspects like us really be at the crime scene? We might get caught by the Millilith.
Ah, sí, cierto, que nosotros éramos... Espera, ¿no? ¿Los adeptos no habrán limpiado ya nuestro nombre?
Although with that said, since we got back from Dway and Karst, none of those pesky Millilith soldiers have come chasing after us. Wonder what that's about. Also, the, Rex Lapis vessel...
Traditionally, we call it the Exuvia.
Ah, right! what it was called. You seem to know everything, Mr. Zhongli. So, was this exuvia hidden away by the Qixing? I mean, we haven't even figured out who the murderer is.
One must think that they already have someone in mind. Or perhaps they already know. Surely they must have found all the evidence that there is to find here.
Hay algo que no cuadra acá.
Técnicamente no hay nada de malo, ¿no? Pero pues como que algo no cuadra, ¿no?
These things are for the authorities in Yujing Terrace to consider. Trying to help would probably only add to their troubles. Before the rite is conducted, the exuvia will be kept temporarily in the Golden House.
Golden House?
La Casa Dorada.
The only mint in Liyue, which is to say the only mint in Teyvat. All the mora that flows throughout the world is minted there.
Ah.
Wow.
Ah, entonces está llena de...
Oh, no! Paimon wasn't thinking about anything bad. Paimon thinks it suits Morak.
Entonces es una casa llena de monedas, de moras.
But why do you know this, Mr. Zhongli?
Since the rite of parting has the approval of the Qixing, it is a semi-official event. As such, there is already some limited information available.
Las 7 estrellas proporcionan la ubicación y Tartaria, le vamos a decir, y Tartaria en los fondos.
Perhaps each has their motives, but this is the capital of commerce. A little exploitation once in a while is not unacceptable. In Liyue, where the god of contracts reigns, only contracts may not be betrayed. I, for one, have no issue with little maneuvers outside their remit. Well then, we should go and prepare the perfumes used in the rite.
Perfumes.
Perfumes? Where'll we get those? Do we buy them?
¿Qué?
No lo entiendo. I don't understand.
No, perfumes used to honor the gods must be freshly decocted. The quality of the silk flowers we require is also special. Silk flower petals contain a fibrous material of good quality, often used in brocade making. Its scent, however, is most elegant, and is especially suited for solemn events, like giving offerings to gods and adepti.
It's time for Zhongli's lectures on high society again.
We shall not speak of the details right now. Follow me. We shall go to the merchants to purchase our ingredients.
Ay, 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 parece que los ritos aquí... Ah, mira, rango 41. Parece que los ritos aquí en Liyue son bastante complicados, ¿eh?
Tienes razón lo que dice.
Hola, venimos por... ¿Por qué veníamos otra vez?
Hey, boss, do you sell silk flowers here?
Ah, flores de seda.
Silk flowers? We certainly do. Which kind would you like?
Cualquiera.
Kind? The good kind? The best kind? Remind Paimon what kinds there are again?
Según yo solo hay un tipo de flores. Bueno, según yo, ahora me dicen que hay muchos tipos de flores.
A ver, ¿qué pasó?
Ugh, you ignorant shoppers. Always coming in here with your stupid questions.
Golden House Maiden, Valley Weaver, and Fate's Yearning. One of each to start with, if you don't mind.
My goodness, this gentleman is quite the connoisseur.
Oye, pero este lo sabe todo. Lo sabe todo, parece.
You two must be his servants. Please refrain from any further attempts to contribute.
Esto es lo que obtengo por llamar a Paimon con mi emergencia.
Now then, please peruse at your leisure. Do let me know if you have any further thoughts.
Silk flowers exhibit different properties based on how their environmental conditions differ from their ancestral habitat. Nevertheless, these are fine specimens, excellently preserved. Just look at the abundant foliage here, and these stamens, glamorous as a maiden of the Golden House. This strain is an evergreen, and mostly grows under complex hydrological conditions. By contrast, this variety thrives in any dark, damp location, often in large clusters. Morphologically, it is distinguished by the profusion of petals and densely packed stamens, though its powerful scent gives it away just as easily. Lastly, this strain is quite the recluse. Unlike its exuberant cousins, flowers and foliage are minimal, and when in season, It has a subtle yet enduring scent. It was first discovered by the ancients when they scaled the mountains in search of the adepti. Silk flowers have all but disappeared from the wild today due to geographical changes over Liyue's history. Most are not grown by horticulturalists.
Wow, a true connoisseur. Most of that was news even to me.
Wow. Oye, pero es que lo sabe todo.
I possess but a smattering of trivial knowledge. My traveler friend is the one to watch. They are on track to set foot in every corner of the world.
No sé nada de horticultura.
Oh, Mr. Zhongli, you're way too humble. So, which silk flower did you want anyway?
Todas.
I'll take them all, boss.
Sabía.
Again?
Todas.
How can I put this? When purchasing opera tickets, it is natural to decide based on which singer has the most melodious voice. The same logic applies when purchasing a pet bird. But this silk flower purchase is not an analogous case. The same logic does not apply. Perhaps you don't know. Tradition states that we should decoct perfume from different subspecies of silk flower when making an offering to a statue of the seven. Rex Lapis will then make his own choice between the scents. Like several other tedious and complicated traditions, this one has become simplified over time. But this is the only rite of parting to take place for one of the seven in 3,700 years. As such, I do think we should honor tradition down to the last detail in this case.
Vale.
Now that's settled, a question. Do you have any mora on you?
Ay, muy conocedor, pero un poquito pobre, creo yo, ¿no?
You forgot to bring money again? Zhongli.
A esta altura me sorprendería más que lo hubiera recordado.
If I may interject, did I hear you say that these flowers are to be an offering to the Lord of Geo himself?
Exactamente.
Yes, in a sense.
Gosh, well, why didn't you say so? I heard the awful news about what happened at this year's Rite of Dissension. It would be bad luck to say it out loud, but I've been worried about our dear Lord ever since. I'm worried that everything I've heard is true.
Creo que lo es.
Since these flowers will be used to glorify our Lord, they're free of charge. Just don't forget to pass on my regards.
¿Gratis?
Are you serious?
¿En serio?
Why wouldn't I be? I would be nobody if not for Rex Lapis. If he hadn't written those poems in praise of my wares, they'd only be worth a fraction of what I can sell them for today.
Huh. So much folklore here revolves around Liyue's deity making cameo appearances in support of local businesses.
Ya lo veo, ¿eh?
Thank you, boss. I think I speak for all of us when I say that your generosity has saved our skins.
Our skins? You were the one who forgot to bring money.
Sí, solo es de él.
Please, it's the least I could do.
¿Y lo siguiente qué es?
So, now that we've got the flowers, how do we make the perfume?
El perfume era lo siguiente.
Ideally with the help of an expert. Unfortunately, none of my acquaintances have personal experience in the art of decoction.
Talk about first world problems.
Hence, I need you to help by asking around in the city. Try the common folk, especially women.
¿Mujeres?
So this time we get to go around town looking for nice-smelling ladies to talk to? Paimon likes this job.
I will wait for you near the statue of the seven. Meet me there when the perfume is ready.
Maybe. Good candidates at the Adventurers Guild. Let's ask Lan. She's master of the Liyue branch, right?
Unos minutos más tarde.
Bueno chicos, como vieron tuve que hacer una misión para poder continuar, por suerte no tomó mucho tiempo. Ya, ahora sí, continuamos.
Lan, we need to ask you for a favor.
I stopped accepting commissions a long time ago. Sorry you two, but you'll just have to ask another adventurer.
No, no es eso.
Oh, it's not that kind of favor. It's just a teeny tiny thing.
Es que huele genial. A ver, imagínate que alguien en la calle se te acerca y dice, huele genial. Y tú estás como... O sea, es raro, es raro. ¿Sabe cómo hacer perfume?
Wow, just wow.
Aunque
Do
no.
I look like the kind of girl who wears perfume to you?
No, realmente.
I think you're underestimating the kind of person I am.
Well, Paimon thinks you smell amazing. So come on, Lon. What's your secret if not perfume?
Now that you mention it, yes, there is something. What is that scent? Oh, it must be from the Genshin flowers I picked on the way back. I forgot I still had them with me.
Aha! The truth is out. Lon's got a soft spot for wildflowers.
No, they were for medicinal use only. Anyway, this is a pointless conversation. If you want to know about perfume, try talking to Chiming.
The fortune teller, right? Paimon remembers she smells pretty good.
Hay una...
Thanks, Lon. See you around.
Hay una divina en... Liyue. ¿Qué?
Imposible.
Casi 3 años jugando Genshin y no, de verdad, no me...
Hello. How may I help?
No sabía...
We've come to ask you a question.
¿Sabe hacer perfume?
Perfume? I rarely think to use it, let alone about how to make it myself. That said, some of the cosmetics I use are scented. Perhaps that's the cause of this confusion. Since I usually set up my stall by the docks, I avoid perfume like the plague, because Celestia forbid those lusty sailors catch a whiff and come hunting for the source.
That's the worst thing Paimon's heard all day.
While we're on the subject, have you never heard anyone mention Yingar's homemade perfume?
No.
Yingar? Oh, as in scent of spring, Yingar?
Yes, that's her. Many a rich family's daughter has gotten her to make perfume for them. Apparently, her homemade product is better than anything you'll find on the market.
Great! This is just the intel we need. Finally, we're getting somewhere.
Ok, vamos donde está random. A ver, tú, ocupamos perfumes. ¿Para qué? Para Rex Lápiz.
Hello. You found me at last. I've been waiting for you.
¿Cómo que esta ve el futuro o qué?
Oh my god! Oh my god! This is incredible! What the fuck?
What? How did you know we were coming?
Oh, I heard a rumor about a couple who were snooping around town looking for a sweet-smelling lady.
O sea, solo pasó un minuto y ya todo el mundo lo sabe. ¿Qué?
Actually, I was starting to worry you wouldn't find me. This is the ultimate test of my appeal, after all.
Snooping around? Why are you making it out like we're bad people?
What can I say? People love to talk. Maybe you ought to be more discreet in the future if you don't want word to get around. Relax.
Ay.
I know why you're here. You want to get your hand on my homemade perfume, don't you? What kind would you like?
El mismo que llevas tú. No sé cuál llevas.
Huele horrible. No lo quiero. No, gracias.
Que queríamos usar estas 3 flores.
3 in one go.
Sí.
My goodness.
3 de una.
You have extreme tastes for someone your age. Maybe the rumors I heard were true after all. You're on the prowl and need some sweet-smelling ammunition? Is that it?
No es para regalar, es una ofrenda para Rex Lápiz.
Is that the best you could come up with?
Even
Even if you were genuinely offering perfume to a deity, that doesn't explain why you'd need 3 kinds. Sorry, your story just doesn't hold water.
ZHONGLI was right. People don't remember this tradition anymore.
Ay, la gente actual le falta cultura.
¿En serio? Me vale ver.
As one of my favorite poems goes, O cherry tree, begrudge not thy blossoms as they are deflowered in the spring, for come winter, even thy sturdiest wood shall wither.
That went over Paimon's head a little.
¿Qué?
In short, I'm happy to help. Traveler, you can be my assistant, but you'd better make sure I'm the only person on your mind while you're hanging around with me.
Esto me huele mal, Esto me huele muy mal.
So, where is a good place for making sweet, sweet perfume?
Vaya la daupa, allá muy lejos. No, ya, no. ¿Qué hay de la cocina?
You mean Wan Min Restaurant?
Sí.
Good choice. Let's go.
Con que este es el restaurante de la cocinera, pero ¿y dónde? ¿Y se puede saber dónde está?
I've had a word with Chef Mao. We can start work now. Are you ready to please me?
¿Qué, mamada?
What did you say?
I meant make me proud, as my assistant. Obviously. While I'm setting up, you can go and fetch some water.
Agua. ¿Dónde? ¿Habrá agua atrás? Ah, mira, da la casualidad que sí. Ah, agua lista, agua lista.
This water will do nicely. Now, I need you to extract the silk flower essence using a crafting bench. Perfume making uses an altogether different technique from alchemy. Here, let me teach you. Very carefully, take hold of the mortar and pestle. Gently does it. You need to keep your wrist firm so your hand doesn't slip. Now use your strong hand to stir it with a persistent rhythm. Keep going until the juices start to come out.
No te preocupes, mira, ya soy una experta de 1300 comillas.
Ooh, you're a natural, like a fish to water. Now take these and try it out on your own using a nearby crafting bench. Don't forget to do all three. They look visually identical during the essence extraction process, but I will put them into separate containers when the perfume is ready.
Wow, cuántas recetas, Bueno, vamos a la mesa de crafteo de Genshin. Aceite esencial de doncella de la casa dorada, sintetizar. Aceite esencial de tejedora de los valles, sintetizar. Ahí va, otro perfume más. Y el último, aceite esencial del anhelo del destino. Otro más, ahí va, tres perfumes. Listo, listo, los 3 perfumes.
Wow, this is some exquisite silk flower essence. On to the next stage, the most important one of all.
¿Cuál?
The essence is placed into water and simmered over a low heat until most of the water has boiled off. You must take care to control the heat during this process. If the temperature goes too high, it will affect the scent. So please focus on controlling the heat. This is the final step. Don't waste a drop of that essence now. We want all of it in there.
Oh, siguiendo sus consejos, vale. Menos mal porque yo habría hecho todo mal.
Are ready, and you, my friend, were a wonderful assistant. A testament to the lengths you will go to for romance. It's so rare to see nowadays.
No es lo que querés.
Anyway, shall I give you a brief overview of each scent? It might just help you match the right scent to the right occasion.
Paimon wants to hear this.
Yo no.
This
Adiós.
first one is sweet as candy, straight out of a fairy tale. Younger women will love it. The second one is for those with more refined tastes, the first choice for daughters of high society. Finally, the third one has a soft but lingering scent, like a mist that captures the last light of dusk. Mature women adore this one. All clear? Don't get them mixed up now. You'll ruin the mood.
Me acordaré.
Good. Be sure to come visit if you ever need help with anything, okay? I'll leave you with some parting words.
Más vale.
One who tries to sail 3 boats simultaneously should be careful not to go overboard. Come and hang out with me at Scent of Spring sometime, okay?
No sé quién.
Let's take these 3 perfumes over to the Statue of the Seven. Mr. Zhongli's probably been waiting a while.
No sé quién es esa, pero espero no volverte a ver nunca jamás. Adiós, adiós. No voy a volver a tu lugar de... no, ya no sé cómo se llama. Mira, aquí estaba.
We've brought the perfumes, Mr. Zhongli.
Tenemos todo.
Did we take too long? You were just staring up at the statue.
Oh, you're back. Don't worry, I haven't waited long. Compared to the watch that Rex Lapis's statues have kept over Liyue, This was but a brief moment.
Well, how can a person compete with a statue?
That is true. Well, have you brought the perfumes?
Sí.
3 sets and not 1 less.
Thank you both. Let us offer them up.
Ofrecerlos. Ofrece doncella de la casa dorada.
This is the first kind of perfume. Miss Yinger said that it's sweet as a dream, and it's liked by younger ladies.
Ofrecer tejedora de los valles.
This is the second kind. It's got an elegant smell, and the daughters of high society love it.
Ofrecer anhelo del destino.
The third kind has a gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like the dusk mist. And it's a favorite of mature ladies.
¡Ojo! ¿Vieron eso?
What was that?
La respuesta es el tercer perfume.
That's the one older ladies like, right?
Espera, entonces, Rex Lapis es mujer.
Does that mean that Rex Lapis is actually an older lady?
Perhaps. Rex Lapis has taken on countless forms. Perhaps that really was one of them.
What a shame. We only got to see the giant dragon form, and... Let's hope the Chising can catch the real killer.
We can leave that to the authorities. Let us focus on the fond farewell for Rex Lapis.
¿Qué estarán tramando las 7 estrellas y Tartaglia?
So, we finished another step in our preparations. What's next?
¿Qué hay que hacer ahora?
Next, I would like the 2 of you to help me borrow the cleansing bell.
¿La qué?
Bell?
At present, a friend of mine named Madame Ping is the guardian of the cleansing bell. She lives near Yujing Terrace. If you ask her, she will know what to do.
Sure, but aren't you going to come with us?
¿No viene con nosotros?
I have certain reasons why I cannot be there in person. Please, do this for me.
Man, why has he gotta be so secretive this time?
Misterioso, pero bueno, vamos a ir nosotros. Aquí estamos, habla con Madan. ¿Es esa ya? ¿Es una abuela?
All things must change.
Saludos.
Youngster, are you here to admire the flowers?
No queremos la...
But it's a shame. These glazed lilies have almost all wilted.
Ay, no, ¿en serio?
What happened to them?
¿Qué les pasó?
Back in my day, people said that glazed lilies can read human hearts. If they heard beautiful sounds like laughter and singing, they would also bloom joyfully. But if they heard too much wild gossip or slander, they would quickly wither away.
Ay.
So that means these flowers feel what's happening in Liyue?
Yes, the rumors of Rex Lapis's death are no small matter. They are everywhere.
Me imagino.
Some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say that the Chising made it all up. And still others think that which lies in the deep is breaking free.
¿Eso que yace en el mar? ¿Cómo?
This harbor is like a mountain of dry tinder. One spark, and the fire will consume us all. Well, I shall say no more. This old woman's grown too old and naggy. Did you have something to say, youngster?
¿Podría prestarnos la campana purificadora?
That old trinket. I remember it being here with me, but I've grown old. I can't quite recall where it is exactly. An old friend of mine used to wear it on his person. Back when I was young, he saw me gazing at it often and gave it to me.
Adiós. Oye, en serio, ¿qué onda con esta gente?
He told me then that if someone should come to borrow that bell, I should not be loath to part with it.
Oh?
It has been many years, and who knows how many times someone has come to borrow this bell. Still, though, I can't recall when it started. It's been a long time since anyone has come to borrow it. Oh, these old bones are so slow to look for things. I doubt you can wait that long.
La podemos buscar nosotros mismos.
That's right, Granny. We'll follow you back home and search for it ourselves. And, we can help with chores if you have any too.
All right, children. There is no need to worry. I didn't place the bell very far away.
Do you live near here, Granny?
¿Vive acá?
Oh, but this is Eugene Terrace. It's gotta be expensive.
Debe ser caro, ¿eh? Sí.
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot?
Ajá.
My entire household is in here.
¿Cómo?
How does that work?
¿Qué? ¿Cómo? Paimon, métete en la tetera a ver qué hay.
What? There's no way Paimon would fit in there. And why do you need Paimon to go in anyway? Can't you just lift the lid and look inside?
¿Cómo? Pero...
Oh, youngsters. I simply mean that the bell is somewhere inside this teapot, and you are quite welcome to borrow it.
O sea...
If you can find it.
O sea, dentro de esta tetera hay todas las cosas que te puedas imaginar. ¿Y cómo es esto? ¿Solo tocamos la tetera? ¿Oh? ¡Wow! ¿Nos teletransporta a algún lado? ¡Oh! ¿What? ¿Dónde? ¿Dónde estamos? ¿Esta es agua?
Where are we? What just happened?
¿Dónde estamos?
Youngsters, this is where this old woman keeps all her things. Quickly now, go fetch that bell.
Vale. ¡Ay!
That sounds like Granny's voice. So, this is her teapot?
¡Wow,
What's going on?
Oh dear, so many cobwebs.
Ya me di cuenta.
It seems I really haven't cleaned it in a long while. Sorry to trouble you, children. Please help the old lady clean up.
Sí, vamos a limpiar. Le vamos a ayudar. Pero es que más aparte de muchas telarañas, muchos slimes también, ¿no? Vale, sencillo. Muchos slimes, pero sencillo. Activar. Ah, vale, es como es como aquel dominio de preservadora de nubes, ¿no?
The cobwebs were made of elemental energy.
¿En serio?
How long has it been since Granny last swept this place?
Quito la telaraña primero porque si no la araña me mata. XD. Uy, que me caigo. Uy, que me caigo también. Uy, no te caigas, no te caigas.
You know, with such a special teapot and the cleansing bell, do you think this old Granny could also be an adeptus?
Posiblemente. Ahora todo es posible al parecer. ¿Y what? Desapareció mi... Ah, ya veo. Ah, vale. Ah, vale. No, aquí podemos saltar. Ya, nada más. Sí, yo también. Es una adeptus. Pues al parecer no todos. Al parecer. Ay, otra telaraña acá. Bien. Ay. ¿Cuántos slimes? Porque habrán tantos slimes acá. ¿Qué es esto? Me encerraron. ¿Vieron eso? Me encerraron. Ok, vale. Ay, 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 debía haberme suponido que habrían más, la verdad. Oh Dios, esta tetera. Esta tetera. Esta tetera fue hecha por el diablo. Fue hecha por el diablo. Es que hay un montón de slimes, de verdad. Ok, ¿y aquí qué? ¿Más slimes? Uy, sí, ¿cuántos pisos? Uy, sí, ya me... vale, aquí están todas sus pertenencias. Y esta es la campana.
Oh, you found it.
Por supuesto.
Youngsters are so quick on their feet. Oh, now, let me see.
Ay,
All right, that'll do. Come on out now, children.
Quiero quedarme acá a ver un poquito más, la verdad. A ver si hay algo interesante que me perdí. Pues no, parece que no. Bueno, solo queda irse. Hoy, ¿se imagina si tuviésemos una tetera como esa? Wow, sería cool, de verdad. Habla con Madame y don... ahí estaba. Vale, nuestra conciencia estaba allá.
Oh, in and out in no time. You youngsters really are quick.
¿Es usted un adeptus?
An adeptus? Oh, I haven't heard anyone say those words in earnest for a long time. As to whether I am one or not, child, surely you already understand.
Paimon kinda knows what you mean, but is also kinda confused. Are you really giving us the bell just like that, Granny? Don't you think it's weird? Something's just happened to Rex Lapis and then we come running up asking for it?
Oh, don't be silly. Liyue Harbor has been through a great deal in its history. In that time, it has seen the departure of countless adepti. But no matter what, we have always performed the rite of parting first before any other matters. To cry, "Catch the murderer" at the top of one's lungs, but ignore the rite of parting. That, to me, is what is wrong-headed. Now that you have come to borrow the bell, I guess that perhaps an old friend of mine has finally decided to take matters into their own hands. So, why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell?
¿Y si su amigo no le devuelve la campana?
Oh? Well, if it came to that, they would find a certain old lady knocking at their door. We haven't met in a while anyway. It would be nice to share a drink and chat. Well, you must have things to do. Since you have the bell, you should return. Oh, and do tell the person who sent you that if they have time, they can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
We will. Thanks, Granny.
Vale, gracias. Coloca el perfume y la campana en sus lugares. Vale. What? ¿Cuándo llegó? Tal vez mientras estábamos ahí en la tetera llegó y por eso no lo vimos.
Indeed. This is the cleansing bell. It's in good condition. Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside.
Vale. ¿Conoce a Madame Ping? Eres un adeptus.
An adeptus?
That's suspicious. But if you don't want to talk about it, we won't pry. Oh, yes, that old granny asked us to tell you something. If you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old lady for a pot of tea.
Sí, así lo dijo.
That tone does not suit you. Still, her teapot is indeed very good. There are none better for brewing tea. When a suitable time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine tea and pay her a visit.
So what's the next step in our preparations?
¿Cuál es el siguiente?
Next, we need to purchase kites.
Cometas.
Ooh, Paimon loves kites. Are you taking us kite flying? Is this our break time?
No, no. Kites are children's toys, yes. But they also play various symbolic roles in Liyue's rituals.
Ah.
I will explain it to you. But our next course of action should probably be to purchase the kites first.
Vale.
Oh, sure. Curiouser and curiouser.
Vale, vamos por cometas entonces. Pero bueno, eso ya va a quedar para otro video. No, ya llevo aquí un rato grabando. No sé cuánto va a quedar el video. Supongo que ya quedó muy largo. Así que vamos a dejarlo para el otro. Esto lo de comprar cometas. Pero bueno, si quieres ver hasta dónde llega este rito del ascenso, el rito de la ascensión, pues deja tu like, revienta el botón de like y suscríbete para que lo veas, para que veamos el rito del ascenso. Así que bueno, nos vemos. Dios.